I've always had the idea of making a video game OC. OC, for who doesn't know, it's a fictional character from a cartoon, movie, video game, etc. made by a fanfic writer, a role player, or simply a fan talking generally. My first OC idea was soon after discovering about Five Nights at Freddy's. Its name was Fling Trap, which I don't personally know what does that mean. But from what I remember, it's composed by fleeing, which means escaping, and trap. It was like Springtrap, but it had a more damaged skin and no mask. Also, I made more Five Nights at Freddy's OCs, but these were stolen OCs or something. For example, Fred Trap, Bone Trap, Chick Trap, Fox Trap, Fredbear Trap, and my first one ever, Grim Toy Bonnie. My second OC was none other than CupDave. He was made when I was really into Cuphead, and was a mix between Dave from Day Shift at Freddy's and Cuphead. He was originally the same as Cuphead, but with purple straw and pants. Eventually, I decided to change him. How? You guessed it, adding a scratch on his face. Alongside CupDave, I made another OC called King Dave, which is CupDave with King Dice's body. Again, I didn't like CupDave's style, and changed it again, making inverted colors to his eyes, removing the straw, and putting blood in his head instead of whatever is in Cuphead's, Mugman's, and Miss Chalice's head. Wait, did I just say Miss Chalice? Oh yeah, I also do remember that when I was younger, so around 2018, 2019, I goddamn hated Miss Chalice, and that's what CupDave did. In fact, he showed a lot of hate against her in Mugman's Bizarre Adventures. Speaking of Mugman's Bizarre Adventures, it is a nickname for the evil one. First of all, what in the whole state of Ohio is the evil one? It was my very first attempt of making a webtoon, and that webtoon was gonna be in a website called CupDave.com. There ain't no way there was gonna be a website like that one. Who were the main characters? Cuphead, Mugman, CupDave, MugJack, and Mistress. What were the characters' personality? Yeah, I literally created them a fucking personality. Cuphead, a little 12-year-old shithead who doesn't know how to think, and in fact never listened to smart people like Mugman. Mugman, a depressed 14-year-old motherfucker who obeys CupDave in everything he tells him to do. CupDave, the cool one, a 16-year-old guy who doesn't have a sign of feeling and hates female people. MugJack, a 15-year-old simp who jerks off Miss Chalice. Miss Chalice, a 10-year-old irresponsible cunt who only listens to Cuphead but is secretly in love with CupDave. Speaking of CupDave and his hatred against girls, it's referred to his hatred against female couples. Devil 1 was also gonna have 24 seasons. Dude, what the fuck? It's more than SpongeBob. Like, dude, even something like South Park's animation style would be better than the entirety of this show. The show would have started with CupDave moving an inkwell aisle and living under Mugman's room in a laboratory. Yeah, because CupDave was also a scientist. This show will have also had movies. For example, a movie which I don't remember the name, talking about Mugman like going underwater to save the oceanic realm, and meeting an underwater version of himself, who became best friends with, but eventually getting killed off by CupDave by the start of season 5. CupDave vs. A movie talking about CupDave fighting. I also remember I wanted to make a game out of this dog shit. It was called Pocket Mugmans. And guess what? It was a ripoff of Pocket Moris. Speaking of other episodes, the most I remember are the start of season 7 and the end of season 3. The start of season 7 was just CupDave and Mugman going to the supermarket to buy stuff. And the end of season 3 was a couple events from the past seasons which result in CupDave, Mugman, and Cuphead confronting MugJack, Miss Chalice, and another character that is actually an OC I made, but it sucked. Yeah, it basically ends up with MugJack getting shot by CupDave, Miss Chalice getting killed by Cuphead, and that OC killing my Mugman. But wait, plot twist. CupDave also gets killed by Cuphead, but of course, he returned. No way. Another thing that results to come up in my mind, in my really distorted mind, is the ending of the entire series. Like the 24th season, like I mentioned earlier. Which is all the events that occurred in the series finally having goddamn consequences, which will just result in the main characters dying. The Evil One also had official lost episodes. For example, Has CupDave Did It, which was a copy of the shitty-ass creepypasta Red Mist is, which was eventually remade in Suicide CupDave that I decided to cancel cause it was cringe. cringe as ass, not gonna lie. I link it in the fucking description because a nasty ass bitch by the name of Ellie00035 re-uploaded it. The Funeral! What the fuck was that? I can't even remember. What the fuck? Suicidal Mugman, a copy of the shitty ass creepypasta SpongeBob schizophrenia is. Everyone dies. The main cast goes in a shitty ass house that is conveniently possessed by the convenience store guy's soul. And they die. Eventually I discovered copyright, and I removed Cuphead, Miss Cherries, and MugJack, and every copyright character. But, not so plot twist, Mugman wasn't removed. Why? Because he had to stay with CupDave in the new version of the Evil One, which was conveniently renamed to the CupDave and Mugman Adventures. I also changed CupDave's style, and he had Dream's body but black. No racist, literally. No more scratch, cause violent. And he had dementia. I only made one episode of it. And I made it in Paint.net and Filmora. I eventually cancelled that one too, cause cringe and Eventually, I decided to re-add MugJack to the series and remove Mugman, but with an improvement. There was a third character, and now did I call him John. And cause there aren't enough Johns in the world, I added CupDave's neighbor, who was called, you guessed it, CupJohn. That series eventually also had one episode called The Burger, which is just CupDave going to McDonald's and ordering a burger that eventually gets stolen off by his neighbor, and CupDave, to take revenge, kills his neighbor off with a conveniently placed weapon. On October 2020, I made my first ever YouTube channel. I used to make Among Us videos, but I eventually decided to change it and start making random videos like I still do to this day, which included gameplay videos, texting stories, Squidward Suicide Creates Power Director Recreations, and Red Mist. Now, my channel only got famous for that one Squidward Suicide Recreation made with Filmora, flash on the camera and lights off in my bedroom. I actually got almost 2k subscribers just for that, but that's when the worst came. And I'd say shit if I could. Oh wait, I can. I ain't in school. Shit. I made a new account and a new channel that didn't get that famous like the previous one. Eventually, I also made a Newgrounds account where I started uploading CupDave and Company episodes. CupDave and Company, for who still has dignity and doesn't know it, it's the current series that I'm working on with my brother and Speed. Speed is one of my closest online friends, since I don't only work with him for the series, but I just think he's a really good guy and it's cool. I knew Speed through a comment on my Newgrounds profile on a video called Winamobile. What the fuck is it? And it's word Winamobile, but with I don't know 077 and CupDave, which was so bad that my brother decided to remake it using CupDave and I'm Cool 077, which was my brother before he decided to change his name to just Nick. Back to the comment, it consisted in heavily insulting my video and I triggered like a piece of shit, and that's why I decided to comment on his post insulting his work. So I asked him to be friends and part of the show, and he agreed to. In this video's entirety, I still didn't talk about CupDave and how he is now. Why not doing it now? You guessed it, I'm not gonna do that. Speaking of CupDave and Company, what the fuck is CupDave and Company? CupDave and Company is a webtoon that talks about CupDave and his friends doing totally random shit that doesn't make any fucking sense. What are the main characters? CupDave, MugJack, Brad, Nick, and Speed. I detail every character besides CupDave in other videos, because it may be too long or just because I'm too lazy to do that now. Whatever, it's kinda it for today's video. Remember to comment and heavily roast me because I wanna react to the best roasts you guys can do. Fuck off, CupDave, you just made me lose a really long amount of time just for a video that I wasn't even interested in.